Theotropolis. The Pulse is pumping live, starring Ryan myself, the music director, and welcome to the Pulse, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Gather around your TV sets. We have a lovely show for you tonight. We have Toni Zetts, who's a cancer survivor. She sings, and she's always embraced me with her presence. She's a lovely woman. I can't wait to interview her tonight. We're in the city of Youngstown, where we were all born and raised. Right, oh boy! Well, tonight's topic is about cancer. A lot of research, a lot of people believe there's a cure out there. I believe there's a cure. Actually, some people make it, some people don't. Toni Zetts is a survivor. Give her a round of applause. She's going to be on the show tonight. She's singing songs, and she's still singing, still standing. Let me tell you about cancer. My grandfather still has cancer, and as a child, when you're a kid, you always got these visions in your head. You always think cancer is kids don't understand these type of diseases. So you got this one of my cousins. She says, I come in the house one day. She says, Brian, is cancer contagious? I say, first of all, let me explain to you the fundamentals, okay? A cell in the body, let me explain to y'all, a cell in the body gets outrageously, it just goes crazy, and what it starts happening is it starts getting bigger, and it gets exploded. I'm pretty sure y'all know what cancer is. So it goes out with these other cells, and they go kick it, and they say, man, we gonna have a party up near the heart, man, we gonna blast it out, man, everybody gonna hang up, we going up there, and then all of a sudden, all these other cells be like, man, we gonna go down to the pancreas, man, we gonna sit down there, we just gonna chill out. So this is how I had to explain it to a little kid. So when I was explaining it to her, the first thing I thought about, I say, now are you soaking all this in? She says, yeah. She says, so that means that if I want to go hang out with some friends, this is a little kid, a little girl, she said, and we want to make some people upset, all I have to go do is get a bunch of little first graders and go hang out over, my niece, I'm talking about my niece, go over on Niecy's house, throw eggs at her, and then, so she said, so that's what cancer is. I said something like that. She said, so how do they get rid of it? She said, how does it get cured? And is it contagious? I said, well, it's not contagious, but it can be annoying. She said, yeah. She said, so really all you have to do is, if you want to get rid of the kids, you just tell them to get out or go home. And I said, yeah, something like that. Yeah, you started to get it, I'm like, yeah. So after, we sitting on the couch, let me explain it to her. She says, okay. She's like, so why can't they cure it? And I said, you know what? This little about 5-6-year-old girl, she figured it out, She said, well, if they can get rid of the kids, why can't they get rid of cancer? So I'm sitting there like, yeah. I said, man, this girl, she got a point. And so first I started explaining to her. I said, well, sweetheart, see, the doctors, you got to go pay the insurance bills, and you got to get tortured, you got to go to chemotherapy, and and she said, oh, that's why Grandpa always comes in the house limping after he gets done with his treatments. And I said, yeah. She said, well, so I started explaining to her what the process goes. I said, well, the doctors collect insurance money, then they go find money to pay for cures. And she said, you know what, Mr. Cousin, she says, that sounds like a Ponzi scam to me. I said, a Ponzi scam? She said, yeah. She says, because people want to be alive, so they're going to pay to be alive. And I said, so you think cancer is a Ponzi scheme? She says, well, if you got a bunch of kids over in your front yard, and you tell them to go home, and they don't go home, and then you pay them to go home, are they going to go home? And I said, wow, this girl's a genius. You know what I'm saying? So the fact is after we had this conversation, she's little, and I'm grown, so I had to figure it out. And really, what I had to boil down to is that when you're grown and you go through things like this, you want to live, and you have to survive, and we all have to go through things. So I had to explain to her, sometimes the body does not act normally. Sometimes it malfunctions, and it was hard to explain to her, but I think when kids, when you're at that young age, you start to understand how actually life kind of works. So if it was easy to her, I think it could be easy to anybody who's fighting cancer. And it really, to me, what I learned about the whole conversation is, it's mainly, cancer is a psychological part, where you have to believe in what this little kid believed in, that it could go away just like that. And that's what our guest tonight, Toni Zetts, is going to talk about her battle and how singing and art and music is keeping her on the battlefield and keeping her inspired and keeping her in the game. So when we come back from this break, I want to go ahead and get us something over there, get us ramped up for Toni Zetts. We're going to have Toni Zetts comes on. I call her Toni the Tiger, the cancer survivor, actually the 3-time cancer survivor. And shout goes out to all the doctors out there on the battlefield trying to find a cure. Yeah, go, you go, what you go?
You know what John Wayne said? Cancer said, he said, cancer, like death, he said, get out of here.
Oh, okay, we'll keep it rated PG, huh? Go ahead, go ahead, give us something, Wayne. We'll be right back here in the pulse with Brian West. Later. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, this first guest I have for you, 3-time cancer survivor. Here she is, Toni Zetts. Excellent. Welcome to the house, Toni Zetts, Toni the Tiger. We got now. Cancer research has advanced, over the years. It's advanced, and spiritually, people are finding out that spiritually, if people can do spiritual things, that they miraculously overcome. And I watched my grandfather. He would come in after chemo sometimes, and as long as his TV was there and he was able to carry about his daily routine, he would be able to go on. How did you survive 3 times?
Well, I always had a lot of faith. I've always had a lot of faith in God, and I'm all for family.
Yeah.
My family means the world to me. Comes number 1 with me, and my cancer doctor inspired me to go back into singing.
Okay.
He said it was good therapy. So. I decided to go back into it because we're going to be married 47 years.
Oh, wow, 47 years.
Yeah, 47 years. And I decided that it was time to go back because I gave it up once I got married.
Yeah.
To have a family.
Yeah.
I have 3 daughters and 3 grandchildren.
So
it has helped me so much.
Yeah.
It has given me a new perspective on life.
Yeah.
And
so now singing, you said singing, is that, I've always encouraged people, especially when they battle a disease like that, to try to find something that is simple in life that you always go to and you practice to keep your mind off of the battle, because I'm a veteran, so one thing about war, and we have a veteran who's going to be on the show later on this month, but one thing about war is sometimes you have to forget what's going on around you. So they used to tell us is you always look straight ahead. You act like, because if you look on the side of you, you may see your brother's falling, but you have to look straight ahead. So is that the same strategy that you have to have when you're battling cancer, especially 3 times?
Yes, I really believe that.
So you had now, and let me give an example. Okay, so I was at the doctor's, and I had a sinus infection. Well, I still have a sinus infection, and many people don't know what it feels like when you're sitting there and you feel like this is it, and they take for granted. Sometimes when you're in the hospital, you think of some amazing things. So when you were sitting there and the doctor first gave you that prognosis, what was the first thing that came to your mind?
You're gonna laugh. First thing that came to my mind, oh my God, I won't be able to go to Vegas.
Go to Vegas. Wow.
And as if my daughter, my youngest daughter, read my mind.
Yeah.
She said, Mom, you're going to get through this.
Yeah.
And you know, that gave me all the encouragement in the world.
Yeah.
Plus, my doctor told me that they were looking for a cure.
Okay.
Not remission.
Yeah, yeah.
An 88%
Wow.
cure. And so then, I didn't take it as badly as I thought I would.
Yeah.
I don't know, something gave me the strength to battle it.
Yeah.
And then my daughter, as if she read my mind, she goes, Mom, you're going to be able to go to Vegas.
Oh, so that was your whole motivation, huh?
And I did. I planned to go. I started chemo.
Yeah.
I was diagnosed in August.
Uh-huh.
Started chemo in September.
Yeah.
Had 6 months of treatment.
Okay.
Plus radiation.
Wow.
Chemo, radiation, blood transfusions.
Oh.
Lost my hair.
Oh.
My eyebrows.
Oh.
My eyelashes.
Oh.
And you know, one of the hardest things was to lose my hair.
Ah.
That was one of the hardest.
And wait, y'all thought she was done. How many times did you have to go through this? Not once.
Three times.
Oh.
3 times.
Woo!
Yeah. I was declared cancer-free in 2000.
Yeah.
Then in 2006,
Came back.
it came back
Oh.
to another area. And I had surgery the last time.
Let me get. Now I'm at the pool the other day. Let me give y'all a little taste of what she's talking about. I'm at the pool. I'm swimming, and the first thing I thought to myself is, I got 8 more laps to go. So just imagine going through a year of treatment, and all this time of treatment, and then finding out it comes back. Now let me remind you, I'm gonna get through 8 laps of swimming, and I got to go through another more lap. Oh. So how did you? I mean, how did you get through it 3 times? Tell us that, please.
Well, as I said again, the strength, something just came over me, and I felt I have to deal with this.
Yeah.
I have no choice.
Yeah.
I have no choice.
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to go through chemo again.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be here.
Now your husband, you were by her side all that time, huh?
By
Yes,
her side
yeah.
all the time, yes.
Yes,
Wow.
he was.
How was it for you? Did you?
Well, the first time she contracted cancer, it affected me.
Yeah.
I began having some problems with my stomach. I lost 35 pounds in 2 months.
Oh wow.
And I went to the doctor, and they checked me all out, and he said, it's not what you're eating that's bothering you, it's what's eating you.
Oh, okay. All right.
And thank God, well, there was a lot of prayer for her from many people,
Yeah.
church members, and she was very staunch in getting through this, and many things.
Did it make you a believer? Did it make you a better believer?
A better believer.
Wow.
It really did.
And that's what I want to say, because when it comes to spirituality, I would probably say there are those people who don't understand spirituality and spiritual warfare. So when you have to battle something like that, you have to feed your spirit. And when you probably came back to music, like I've seen music and spirituality do some amazing things. So when you become the miracle, and you go home, and she tells you what was your first reaction when you found out that she was cured?
That she was cured? Well, like she had mentioned, the doctor said she had an 88% chance of not remission but cure.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about numbers, 88% is a terrific number.
Yeah, yeah.
And
so that was a little bit of...
Yeah, and we knew the stage that she wasn't in stage 3 or 4. She was in stage 1 or 2 when it was diagnosed. And the higher the stage, the closer you are to
not surviving.
Not surviving, yes.
And I mean, I give you a lot of credit, because I told you when I was at the doctor, and It's scary, and I've been through this 2 times. When I was a veteran, I had a little bit of mental lapse, and sinus infection is kind of small for cancer, but
Have it all the time.
yeah. But I give you a lot of credit, Toni. She's gonna come back. We're gonna have some footage of her singing throughout the show. The music that she's singing is it belongs to some of the finest musicians of all time, but you get to sing it tonight. I'm going to break some laws, and it's all right, because I'll pick up the tab for you, Toni. She's going to come back in the Pulse. Toni Zetts is going to sing some selections for us. We'll be right back. You are in the Pulse with Brian West and the lovely cast and crew here at Method 8 Productions. We'll be right back in the Pulse with Brian West.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Please stand about you.
Just like you made a choice to get this coin, you will have to make a choice to pass life into this world.
Boys only want one thing. They're trouble, I tell you. Trouble, do you hear me? Do you understand?
We have no hope, Precious. Look at us. We're both high-class girls with little-class lives.
Precious, be encouraged. Your life is about to change.
No, I didn't think it. I just woke up and it was gone.
Do you read this?
It seems you're pregnant, young lady.
I'm pregnant, doctor. There's a riot again! There's one food on us! You're out of control!
If I let you in, you must undo this mistake.
Even if you are pregnant, I'm gonna throw you down the flight of freaking stairs if I gotta get rid of this baby.
Okay, Walter, okay, I'll get rid of the baby.
Works.
Sally, you've been in and out of bed, same time, every night. Talk to me. What's going on?
It's nothing. Nothing at all. Just think the lizard's getting sick. I've been leaving her light on at night and just like to check on her from time to time. That's all.
I guess. You better get some rest. I've been noticing you've been having a hard time getting up for work in the morning.
I did it.
my sinuses, that's all.
I don't know what's going on, but whatever you're hiding, it's going to come to light pretty soon. It's a matter of time, Sally. So this is what you've been hiding from me.
What's going on?
You have cancer and you haven't been telling me?
You have no right to go through my mail.
I'm your husband. I have every right.
I'm not paying those doctors, Randy. I'm not giving them a cent of my money.
Where are you going with this? And how long have you had cancer?
It's been a year. But I'm cured now.
You're cured? Sally, what are you talking about? Explain.
A year ago, I went to see the doctor. He said I had cancer in my lungs. He said I had 88% chance of living. That I needed radiation and all types of crazy medicines. I told him, go screw yourself. I just took matters in my own hands and cured myself.
Now, why would you do that?
Randy, we're in debt. There's no way we could afford that. So I took matters in my own hands. Cured myself. Randy, I just cured myself.
Are you losing it? There's only a few ways to cure cancer, Sally. Professionals are supposed to cure cancer. That's what the doctors are trained for.
That is BS. 88% chance of living? Come on, Randy. I had no chance. It's a win-win situation, Randy. Case is closed.
So you mean to tell me you found a cure?
Yeah. It's sitting on our kitchen table.
So that explains the late night arrivals in bed and all the books and equipment you've been getting in the mail. Good God, Sally. Have you lost it? Have you gone mad?
Randy, life is what you make it. I took matters into my own hands. I beat the odds.
So how does it work? Tell me, how does it work?
Well, I found out that the cancer cells have a switch that stops other cells from recognizing the bad cells and destroying them. Then they become malignant and start to mutate within the body. So I found a way to increase the lymphocytes in these bad cells. When I got the x-rays from the doctor, I knew where the cells were. So I injected them with a serum to increase the lymphocytes. And bam! The other cells were attacked and killed the bad cells.
So how did you find out that you were cured?
Well, I went to the doctor just for a checkup. Acted like I had no idea what was going on. He thought it happened naturally.
So you mean to tell me you've had the cure for cancer for 3 months, Sally, and you've said nothing? Wow.
Don't wow me. It's payback, Randy. They're gonna charge me to live? Huh. I'm gonna charge them for the cure.
So you want revenge? Where are you going with this, Sally?
My patent is pending. I'm gonna steal all the records. Inject all the patients with the cure. And then I'm gonna make them pay me for the cure. All those doctors. That's my revenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ball. We had a good show. We had a good show, didn't we, Wayne?
Yeah, you went down those one night stands?
Well, you know,
I didn't hear about you.
One thing my mom always told me, if you don't go past 2 nights, then you shouldn't have did it the first night. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, Toni and Zetts, I thank you for coming on, Toni, and blessing us. I tell you, every time I see you, Toni, and next time I go to the pool, I'm gonna get on like the 8th lap, and I'm gonna get maybe, and I'm gonna think about you, and then I'm gonna try to do 8 more, huh?
No, that, okay.
He said, don't kill myself, huh?
Let me know how you do.
Oh, okay, well, all I know is my dad, what my dad used to tell me, he told me one time, he said, women, he said, Brian, they can be stronger than men at times. But really, all it boils down to is if you love them, you kiss them, and you tell them who's the man of the house, just make sure you do not, you know what he said do not do?
Let me think.
He said you do not put a dollar bill in their face and tell them you're going to give it to them. That's what he told me. No! Oh, God. I'm just kidding. Come on. But Tony, I'll tell you, I love you so much, and you're always welcome anytime on this show. I think you've been a big encouragement to me. I'm going to break some laws and put those songs that you put in the show. And if they come after me, then I'll tell them that all I got left is 2 socks I bought at the store. And my insurance policy lapsed, and I don't have any Medicaid. I got laid off. And the only job I got left is my veteran's disability check. So if they take that away from me, I got the commissioner out there. Yeah. Increase. You ready? Are you? No. Are you? You got it over there, Justin? All right. You all right, Lamar? All right. Well, we're gonna close out. We had a good show, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into the Pulse. Did you get any footage over there, Lamar? All right. Good. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back next week, everybody. Toni Zetts, everybody.